And then suddenly she feels this sensation of pain and heat. And she looks down and realizes, oh, I've been shot. And of course, that's when it really starts to hurt. I'll still pick up a TV that fell off the back of a truck. Now, you don't go in somebody's house, rob them, and then sell that to me. No, I need to see, oh, okay, I can get this one or that one, or yeah. And y'all, if I'm not mistaken, I might see a little something happening in the waistline. I swear. I still haven't stepped on the scale because that scale be hurting my feelings. Well, hello sunshine. This is going to be a kind of weird introduction to this video because it's actually the end of the video. I'm done vlogging. But when I sat down to start editing, I could not find my introduction clip. And so here I am introducing it again. It wasn't like I said anything earth-shattering. I was just telling you all that my girlfriend is having a brunchin' and that my daughter blew up some balloons for the brunchin' because, I don't know, I got the idea that the acronym for my girlfriend's group of us is STARS, and I can't remember what STARS stands for, but you know, I thought, wouldn't it be nice to celebrate us, to have a red carpet, to take pictures and do things like that? Because honestly, I've started reaching that stage where, dang, every time I turn around, another classmate or someone I once knew is no longer here. So I want to celebrate us while we're here, and I encourage you to do the same thing. But anyway, let this be the introduction, and now let's hop on into the vlog. Thank you so much. I go on Amazon and I saw this little kit. I was a little disappointed when paparazzi came like this, but I'll show y'all when I decorate at her place. But it's got, you know, a couple of things of paparazzi. And since I didn't like the plastic, girl, I don't know. I do stuff to myself. I make it harder than it has to be. So my extra self had to cut out the paparazzi to get rid of some of the plastic, and now I'm gonna just stick it on somewhere. We're gonna figure out how we're gonna decorate the child, but hopefully it comes out kind of cute, you know, like all that stuff. That's what I got in mind. So I already cut out one of the paparazzi things, and now I just want to cut out the other one. And it's so weird. I know. I probably didn't have to do all of this externization, but to me, the devil is in the details. You know, the love is in the details. The care is in the details. I am one of those people, showing out for y'all. Let me move my flowers. The flowers is pretty much dead and very much gone, but I'm still holding on to them until trash day. But anyway, I feel like a lot of times, I told y'all before, I hate it when somebody has a party or something and they're like, y'all gotta get you some chips, get you some pops, get you some, you know, they over there, they over. Don't do that. Like, I just feel like if you're planning something, put the care in it, put the time in it, put the love in it. I am one of those people, some friends are talking about coming to KC. And so the trip, if they come, it's not for months, y'all. Months and months and months away. I have already looked up, what's going on? What live musicians, whatever's. Because I'm going to introduce them to some of the stuff I like. I like going to listen to live music and things like that. So I'm looking to see if a band I care for, is playing around that time. Because you're not going to come and just, it's some mediocre band and I'm like, oh, y'all, my bad. I thought they were going to be better. I thought, no, it's called planning. And so I care about stuff like that. If I'm going to plan a girls trip or something, especially if you're coming to my city, I'm planning it down to the detail. We're going to have stuff to do. I cannot stand going on a trip and it's, you know, we gonna do whatever, y'all. We'll see what this, we'll see what that. Baby, when I tell you, it's like, okay, y'all coming in Thursday night? Good. Thursday night, here's what we're gonna do. I know, you know, sometimes you traveled and it's a little bit difficult. Folks wanna come in after work. Oh, okay, cool. So maybe we'll grab a bite here. If y'all touch that, and I even tell them, I want y'all to touch down by this time. We're going to go to happy hour. We're going to do this. And I like when I do it, I kind of plan out an itinerary and I'm giving you an idea of how much it approximately costs. All right, happy hour menu looks like this. I've got a link for it. You're probably going to spend X amount of dollars. Like, I like to put time and care into this stuff. The next day, and some of these, I got another trip. A couple of my YouTube friends want to come to Kansas City too. So that's a different trip. But for that, it's like, okay, where are some film-friendly places? Where are some places we can take pictures? We can get content. Okay, cool. What are we going to do to just kind of get to know each other even better? Those are going to be more private moments. You're probably not going to have that on your channel because we're having more private conversation. Okay, cool. We're going to do this here. We're going to, like, I don't understand that whole just go and hang out, see what happens. See, I can do that here. As a matter of fact, I don't even do that here. I don't go to places and just hang out. I'm going because there's a band playing there. There's live music there. Oh, I like the food here. Oh, they make a great cocktail. Oh, I'm going to film here. Or, I just think the devil is in the details. So if you're wondering why I'm taking the time to cut that out, and doesn't that sound anal? So that's not usually the type of stuff I tell people about me, that I can be kind of anal that way. But I think, again, the devil is in the detail, the care is in the detail. When people don't care, they just do any old fucking thing. No, I'm not a fucking thing kind of person. So, girl, why did I say, because I had to make the agenda, right? Why did I say one of the things we're going to do is play taboo? Because I'm like, I know somebody with a taboo game. Not me. I ain't got taboo. I'm coming up with the idea to play taboo, but I ain't even got a taboo game. I'm calling around, ain't nobody got taboo. So what I got to do, I got to go my monkey tail to Walmart and get a taboo game because I don't know how to keep my mouth shut about things. And they better have it. And I was already there looking for the cheese. But, I'm like, I went to Walmart early in the morning. I ain't finna call people early in the morning and ask them if they got taboo. So I waits a little while. It's much later now. Still ain't afternoon, but it's much later in the morning. And I'm like, yeah. Let me start calling for. Ain't nobody got taboo. But everybody, girl, yeah, I love that game. How we all love the game and ain't none of us got it? Not one person that I know of that has the game, and I didn't even call them, because guess what they doing today? They planning their own barbecue, so I already know they going to use the taboo game. That's where we play all the time when I go to their barbecue. Which, by the way, this is why I can't go to your barbecue, girlfriend, because I'm doing this. I'd already planned it. But yeah, that's insane. It's just like, I'm going to have to learn to keep my mouth shut. I don't know when that's going to happen. I'm already 25 twice, but I'm going to have to learn to keep my mouth shut. All right, so we got the other one cut out. I think that's going to be a cute little vibe. Oh, I like it much better without all that plastic around it. Well, hello. I wish it didn't have all the wrinkles and stuff in it, but it be what it be. Some things you can't help. It ain't like I can iron plastic. Oh, but you know what I do want to touch an iron to? This is my little to-go bag. I want to touch an iron to this. This is cute too. And we'll put this over the door. The VIP stage door entrance. Isn't that cute? Girl, this closet is a mess. I literally do laundry, the clothes dry, and I hang them up. Put them in the closet. This ain't color schemed out or anything. Speaking of color schemes, we gotta wear, the invitation is saying wear red or black or gold to this little brunch. What are we, twins? Like, what is it? What is that about a girls trip? As much as I just said I like planning, I don't know about always planning for the color scheme. You know what I'm saying? I guess between the time that the color scheme was announced and today, I really kind of thought I would find something cute or red that would be appropriate. But yeah, between the time that I came up with the color scheme and now, I ain't really got nothing to wear. Did I just admit that I came up with the colors? I did, didn't I? Don't ask me how, because I started off early and got nerve to be running late. Not late for the actual brunch, but you know, I wanted to get there extra early and do the whole setting up stuff. So we're a little bit late for that. And of course, when you're running late, nothing goes right. Like my hair, for example, I am not loving my hair. You know what? I think I'll put up one side of it. Let's do that, shall we? Yeah, we'll put up this side. We can cover that with a flower. I just snapped one off in the bedroom. See, they're pretty much dying, but you know what? And it's not really red, but it's close enough to go with the theme. Hello. What thing she gonna do, baby? She gonna make a way out of no way now. That she is going to do. And I don't want to really pin my hair until I pin the rose in there. Is that gonna stay? It might. There we go. Is it gonna stay where I want it to stay? That's the question. That is the $1,000,000 question. Okay, it feels right. Looks a little better, right? I think so. By the time I hear from y'all, I'll be too late. I'll tease that up a little bit. What does it look like in the back? Not great. Bobby pins don't hold the flowers in place as well. So I have to use these clip point pins if y'all are wondering why. Let's try that again right here. See if we can cover it with a little hair. Oh, that clipped pretty good. And then I leave my stem a little longer just to anchor. I have no idea if I'm in shot or not. Let's hope. Oh, that's better. Voila. My daughter's on her way to help me transport the balloons as well as set up and decorate because I know zero about the balloon decorations. She's been practicing on me and I'm loving it. Loving it. I really think she's done some arches before. Dang, I was going to say I'll show y'all, but I don't have my old phone. I'll see if she can text me some pictures. But she's done some arches before and she is hypercritical of herself. I don't know where she got that from. Carry on. But she's hypercritical of herself, and I'm like, they look good, girl. They look really good. We might end up putting a little eyeliner on. I really like this e.l.f. mascara. I would tell y'all what it is. I just know it's in the brown. Y'all were with me when I got it before. Did I spray too much setting spray on? Because this ain't drying out fast enough. Hold that mirror for a second. I love the LGBTQIA community for coming up with setting spray. It's my understanding that, you know, when they would do, before they would do their performances and shows, the drag queens would use like a cheap hairspray to spray their makeup in place. Because I'm sure all that "it's raining men" and stuff, it was melting down. And they started using hairspray and setting spray was born. I like to give credit where credit's due. Hope I'm right about it though, but that is what I've heard a few times. Are my eyes even? Y'all ever put more mascara on one eye than the other and come out looking crazy? But you don't know it till you left. That's not bad. eyebrows look a little tousled. That little shampoo is really holding up from when I tinted them. Could they be darker and fuller? Probably, but I think they're good enough. It is bright and early in the morning. I have already been on the reformer and done some stretching. And y'all, if I'm not mistaken, I might see a little something happening in the waistline. I swear. I still haven't stepped on the scale because that scale be hurting my feelings. So maybe the weight has shifted. I don't know. Y'all know I'm doing a little bit of creatine before I work out, but I think I genuinely see a change. I think I do. I think I see a little flattening here, a little curving there. I, yeah, I could be tripping. I really should have done the before and the after, but I was thinking, I always see me before. We always see me before, but yeah, I'm gonna step on the scale. I'm going to give myself another week or so, and then I'll step on the scale and see what we got. But baby, between 10,000, sometimes 30,000, 15,000. I haven't been showing y'all the steps day after day, but I've been moving. And then a lot of the exercise I do, I'm not doing steps. Like now, I'm about to go to the gym, and I just worked on my reformer as well. How do you show that? You know what I mean? You can't quantify that in steps, but I think it's making a difference. Lord knows I feel a difference when I'm on that reformer. 10 minutes or so is killer, but I'm going to learn. I'll probably visit like a 30, 40-minute routine and do that sometimes too, because, winter's coming. I'm going to want to do more to stay more active. I can't do all that walking, so. But anyway, let's head to the gym, girlfriend. Look at us. We're on the way to the gym before the sun has risen. Who am I? I just took a lot of the stuff out of the trunk and I haven't put the seats back up. But it was a pretty cool function. We had one woman there who gave her testimony, and she talked about, there was a couple of months ago, I guess, there was a guy who was not, mentally sound, driving up and down the highway, just randomly shooting people. Fortunately, only one person passed from that. 5 people were shot, and as it turned out, one of the people shot was my girlfriend's friend. And so she just talked about how that has affected her and changed her. But she also, not used to that, she also talked about how too, there were different people in place. For example, she thought the gunshot was a blown tire. So she thought she had blown a tire. She pulls over. She's feeling no pain. She starts doing an inspection and she looks and she's like, I don't know what's going on. A guy comes over to help. Hello, how often does that happen? But a guy pulls over and he's like, hey, can I help you? What's going on? She said, well, I think I blew a tire, but I don't see where it's blown. I don't know what's going on here. That's weird. And then suddenly she feels this sensation of pain and heat. And she looks down and realizes, oh, I've been shot. And of course, that's when it really starts to hurt. And just then, another woman comes over and she's like, hi, can I help y'all? What's going on? And the woman told the man, hey, you go and you get the police officer, because there also happened to be a cop in the vicinity. So she was like, you go get the police officer. I'll stay here with her. And they did, and she ended up getting help, goes to the hospital and all the things. And like, what are the odds? 1, you find a cop that can help you. 2, somebody a man pulls over to help. And a woman, it's like all of those things were in alignment to help her out. And so she was giving her testimony on that. And then we were playing 2 truths and a lie. And can you believe some people had never played it before? And they ended up telling 2 lies and the truth and all that. It was a nice little time now. quiet, easygoing time. After that, I was invited to another girlfriend's function, and it was different. And I'm just having to realize and accept. See, I don't like the idea of thinking of myself as being judgmental. I think of it more as having discernment, which I really think is true too. But okay, so here, let me just, because I'm him and hawing and pussyfooting around it. But the deal is, over there's three of us who have known each other for some years. I'm pretty cool with one, and then she is also pretty cool with the third. The third and I don't not get along, but we just are not of the same cloth, so to speak. And I'm having to accept that. And so one of the things is she drinks in excess regularly, not alcoholic style, like she doesn't do it every day. But if and when we go out, you can pretty much expect her to get drunk. If and when we have, a kickback, you can expect her to be drunk at the kickback. Oh, that was a great big turtle, and people are driving around to miss it. Like when I say great big, that thing is at least a foot long. That's the shell of it. I hope it wasn't already run over. Oh. Anywho, yeah, you can expect her to get drunk. I don't like that. I don't like that, we're in charge of taking care of her and doing all the things. That's a turnoff. And then another thing I don't appreciate, and here's where it feels much more judgmental, I just don't have an interest in hanging out with the type of women who don't have a problem with sleeping with married men. It's her philosophy is, I'm not married. I've never been married. So I don't have any vows to honor. And I do feel judgmental about that because, here's the weird part of it. If she slept with women, if she were gay, I wouldn't have a problem with her. But I do have a problem with her being okay with sleeping with married men. I just do. And I'm accepting that, and if it's judgmental, then so be it. But I don't know. I'm definitely a person who, and for years I have been a bit more cautious about the people I've hung with. I mean, you're talking about somebody. Once upon a time, I was in a car with people. We're trying to go out. Somebody didn't have the money to go out or whatever. We pull over to a liquor stop because, you got a pregame. That's how you do it when you're younger. We pull over to get our pregame, or so I thought. How about that clown goes in there, robs the liquor store, gets back in the car, we all go out, and we don't even know it until miles later. Do you think had the cop pulled us over, I would have been able to say, he robbed that? Look, I hadn't. And if I said it, would it have mattered? So, yeah, I'm much more, needless to say, that was the last time I hung out with those people, too. I didn't even have a kid yet, but I'm like, you don't get to decide my crime for me. I mean, I may speed. I may, back in the day, Lisa and I had our little scheme of lifting, and I buy from boosters. I've done all that. I'll still pick up a TV that fell off the back of a truck. Now, you don't go in somebody's house, rob them, and then sell that to me. No, I need to see, okay, I can get this one or that one, or, yeah, again, see, there I go. I feel like I'm kind of being judgmental while I'm also being crooked.
So friendly, I'm standing here right now. You're so demanding. Tell me what you want from me. Concluding, concentrating on my music lover and her babies. Made me wanna ask you later for a ticket out of town. So can I get
What's that they say? Once an adult, twice a child. Might be something to that, because I sure did just called my daughter to ask her whether or not parasites are in zucchini. She was telling me earlier that she saw in the news that people have experienced parasites in strawberries and blueberries for sure, maybe even raspberries. And didn't I just go to Nut and Buck Cake and get a white raspberry chocolate chip? Right? What is it? White chocolate raspberry cake? Yeah, so good. Ooh, it's so good. That's why we got the waist trainer on now. Eating veggies and stuff now. I got a little vinegar in here, scrubbing it down, and then I'll flip it and do the other side. I am just in the mood for pasta. Shrimp pasta would be nice. I'm probably craving pasta because I just had some old tired macaroni and cheese. And who made it was me. Like usually my food comes out pretty darn good, not to toot my own horn, but toot. But that mac and cheese, it was tired. It did not have the flavor and oomph that I like in my mac and cheese. And it's weird because I put in a ton of cheeses, a ton of butter. You know, everything was very much the same as usual, except I could not get my hands on any Asiago cheese. Now you know I must love my friend for me to break out my good Aldi smoked cheddar cheese. Ooh-wee. I'm like, where is the Asiago? I've been to Price Chopper, little grocery store here. I've been to Aldi, and I even checked Walmart. So next time I go to Trader Joe's, which I don't eat cheese like that. It's kind of a special occasion kind of thing. I was only making a mac and cheese because my girlfriend likes the way I make it. I did not like that. She thought it was fine. A couple other people said they liked it, but I know what I like, and I know the way I like to cook it, and that wasn't it. That was not the business. Ooh, I do not have marinara sauce. I guess I'll try this spaghetti sauce. I know a lot of people say there's no difference, but I always taste a little bit of a difference, so. Not enough that we're not gonna make it. I keep trying to remember not to turn my butt up in front of the camera. Ooh, shred my little zucchini. Make my little pasta here. I guess in a little bit I'm gonna stop by and check in on my mother. I hope they're playing games. We ended up, fun games, not no games with me. Because Friday, my daughter's sister and I went to have a meeting to talk about some of the changes that we've noted there and how we wanted to change right on back. Like, we talked about the food portion and things like that. Y'all, I was so mad. I went there, I think it was dinner, probably Thursday or Wednesday, and they gave her a decent portion of rice, okay, a decent portion of carrots, all right, and for protein, she got 3 shrimp. I looked around and said to everybody else, and the reason I had come back for dinner was because earlier when I was there for lunch, they gave them a whole ham and cheese sandwich. Okay, that's cool. But if you didn't want the ham and cheese sandwich, the other option was meatballs. Okay, cool. 3 meatballs. And so we had the meeting and it was like, yeah, y'all need to do a bit better than this. She's paying way too much to be hungry. And y'all should have seen some of those old people chasing down every grain of rice. And I stress the old part because, you know, their dexterity isn't good. And so some of them were really struggling to chase that down. They're hungry. And that's not okay. They had a chef, I don't know why he left, but of all the things my mother has forgotten, baby, when I tell you she still remember that chef's name, can call him by name. I miss him. I wonder when he's coming back. Is he on vacation? Like, it's amazing. This Alzheimer's journey is just amazing in terms of what the mind can remember. Of course, they remember songs that they've known even as children, but just the every day to day. And after my mother knew that, I was like, well, what's that lady's name? How about her? How about her? So she didn't know those, and then she goes back and looks down at her food. And what does she say? I sure miss James. She don't know the people she lived with, but doggone, she know who cooked a good meal. She know that. Bless her heart. So anyway, now that we've had the meeting and voiced our concerns and all of that, let me tell you one more thing. If y'all are some people, if you have a loved one or you know someone who has a loved one in senior living, memory care, any of those, you just have to routinely drop in. I've already said that. But another thing we found was that they were prescribing medication for her as if they were her primary care physician. They are not her primary care physician. They have sent me several emails and such asking me to sign them as such, and I never have because I don't want to. I like who she's got. I'm comfortable with that person. And I'm not that person who lets the left and the right hand know what's going on. And I don't know that I needed all of that to happen. Like it's a lot of access to give them sometimes. And sure enough, when I noted that, I asked them, I said, so who signed that over? I called my sister and asked her, but on the off chance that she forgot, my daughter was like, I'd be interested in seeing that documentation, that signature. We never saw it. It was never produced. But we did get to voice our concerns, and we were like, oh, the reason I'm saying you have to be cautious on that is because when they get to those facilities, they're on a point system, or at least they are here in the state of Missouri. I don't know how it works in other places, but they're on a point system. And for every medication, there's a point. If the medication is once a day, okay, cool. That might be 2 points, the medication itself and the administering. But if it's 3 times a day, it's the medication itself and the administering of the medication. So as you can see, those points start to rack up. Why are the points significant? Well, because they charge more per point. It's called the care fee. And so we were like, hold on, I did not advise this medication. She had foot surgery and she was on Oxy. They had Oxy listed, not as a daily, because good grief, the foot surgery was like over a year ago. If it had been daily, she'd be well hooked. But it wasn't as a daily, it was assigned as needed. Well, that's still a point because it's on there at all. So yeah, I encourage you, if you have a loved one in any of those places, please make sure you check to see that everything is in order. You know, just pop in and all the things.
Baby, I just don't get it. Do you enjoy being hurt? I know you smell the perfume, the makeup on his shirt. You don't believe his stories. You know that there are lies. Bad as you are, stick around, and I just don't know why. I'm with your man, baby, you never worry about what I do. I be coming home back to you every night, doing you right. You're the type of woman deserve good things. This for the diamond, head for the ring. Baby, you're a star. I just wanna show you you are. You should let me love you. Let me be the one to give you everything.
You should on a couple shakes of cheese. This is the only way I can find any Asiago cheese. It's Parmesan Romano and Asiago cheese, and it ain't pretty. But let's see how she tastes. Oh, that's good. I didn't show it, but I already seasoned My shrimp, of course, y'all saw me season the zucchini. Add a little more seasoning once I put the sauce in. Mm. Right now she's hot. She's hot, but she's good. Mm. Woo. I'm about to destroy this. I'm so hungry. We'll talk some more soon. Love y'all. Hot chat, 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 chat. Oh my gosh, I need somebody to save me from myself. A simple move, never basic.